Alright guys, I think I got this all figured out here. We are in a lobby. We are just waiting for the teams. There's one player missing and then okay. Alright. Ready here. Alright guys, sorry, I was talking to another player. Was going to get into another match of course, but unfortunately that match did not end up working out. And is everything good? It looks like it is. We're going to be removing this. We are going to be changing these team names, as we are not going to be watching these teams. We are going to be watching different teams. So give me a quick moment here to change this up, and then we will get right underway, guys, into the round of 128 for the Atlantic Showdown EU Qualifiers number 3, and it looks like we're good to go. Of course, we start on Route 66. It will be stopwatch for the event rules. The way it works, guys, is again, it is going to be stopwatch if both teams convert to the final point. Otherwise, we will just be using the in-game engine or in-game settings for progression-based setup. But outside of that, guys, it's going to be pretty much everything that you're normally used to in Overwatch. Same action, one hero limit, and we'll be getting underway any moment now, as we have 50 seconds for the teams to go ahead and set up on the defense. And let me make sure I got the team titles right, as of course that is important, but I think I do, as I added members from Tiers, and those are the members on that team. So that should be correct, as we have Bronx over here for Tiers, going to be picking up a Mercy. Gim going to be on a Reaper. We have Maz Duty going to be picking up his Reinhardt. We have Scarshard going to be picking up a Roadhog. Tom Cruise going to be picking up the Soldier. I wish his name was Tom Cruise. BRN going to be picking up the Fair. And then over here for the side of the offense, for the side of, I'm going to have a hard time saying this, Ramelemouche. I'm just gonna say Reme, or go with that. Eucalyptus gonna be picking up the Lucio. We have a May pick coming out from Skygen. I imagine this will get changed up, but no, he's gonna go ahead and go with May. We have Legros gonna be picking up the Reinhardt. Widowmaker gonna be picked up by Monsieur. Labucher gonna be picking up McCree, and then finally Jax is going to be picking up a Pharah. So offense is already underway, guys. Payload is moving up. Of course, it's pretty standard here and competitive for the teams to go ahead and concede the beginning area. There's really not much strategic advantage to the defense to be able to hold this, whereas this point right here on top of the gas station is a nightmare for an offense to deal with. You can already see Gim going to be getting the first kill of the match as he takes out Labucher with that hook, comboed up with Skyguard, and now over the top is going to be the Pharah and the Widowmaker trying to get some picks, but so far all of the kills are just going to the side of the defense, and mainly here to Gim, as he seems to be cleaning up whatever his Roadhog is hooking. Now he's going to be getting some great shots into the Reinhardt, tearing him apart, and it looks like Jax is going to go down as well, and it looks like Skygen falls to BRN. So a great defensive start here coming out from the side of Tiers. As we see, Gim is going to be looking around for a flank onto this Widowmaker. Getting her would be important, of course. Widowmaker, one of those heroes that if you can keep the player cold and not feeling comfortable, then it makes it a lot easier to continue to play the match and win the match, because they're not going to be able to land their shots. They're going to feel uncomfortable. They might even begin to feel a little useless and then switch away from it, right? And that's what you want to do to a sniper. Ideally, you just force them to switch away because they're not doing anything. We are going to have the Mercy with Resurrection for the side of the defense. Skyguard is going to take out Eucalyptus. That's a big play from him. Again, he's been going off here on this Roadhog. Going to be landing another hook, and I don't know how that went all the way over there, but that's how it goes. Going to have some left clicks going over here onto the dome of Scar, but he's going to just take a breather and deal with it. Charge coming out from Reinhardt, but unfortunately hits that little pillar. Right clicks going out, continued here from the Roadhog, as he does a ton of damage with those, especially when aimed well. And the offense, again, in a very awkward situation right now, as they don't have much ground gained in the first 2 minutes of the map. They have gained some ultimates. Of course, the sound barrier is going to be available in just a second, but they're going to lose their Widowmaker to the Reaper, and now Reaper's going to be fighting up against Main. He's going to go ahead and escape, and that's not a good situation. We are going to have that Deadeye being channeled out, but nothing gained from it. One direct rocket onto the Butcher, and it looks like Pharah might go ahead and chase it out. They're going to switch over here to BRN. As he does chase it out, takes him out. And that's going to be the death of the McCree. Now, May throws out her Blizzard, but she ends up getting hooked. Eucalyptus going to be using the sound barrier, and that's going to be a barrage as well, comboed with that. So that is a good combination of abilities, and it doesn't end up doing that much, though, as Jax was unable to get any damage out of it, and Skarsgård is going to continue to just tear apart this team as he uses his whole hog, gets himself a triple kill total. Tom Cars Tonkars goes ahead and gets himself a double kill, and that's going to be pretty much all of the offense cleaned up once again. And note that they didn't even use any ultimates except for the whole hog. The defense feeling very unpressured right now, as they are not needing to use any of their resources, and we're just going to switch away from him as he lands a hook. But of course, kill feed, we see the dead corpse, we see the work of the Roadhog. It's non-stop and it's doing a lot for his team. In fact, now Mazoti is going to go ahead and it's not Mazduty, it's Mazuti. He's going to go ahead and answer himself, getting himself a double kill for the first time in the match. Not really answering too much on the kill feed for himself. Gim, of course, we've seen his name plenty on that kill feed as he's been just tearing it apart. And there's going to be Tonkars answering once again on that soldier. We did see the Earthshatter come out from Reinhardt, but that's about it so far. And the defense still has a lot of ultimate available to go ahead and stabilize and stall out in this match. So we'll see what continues to happen here, guys. And again, if there are any issues with the stream, audio levels, whatever it is, oh, Gim, what a Death Blossom. It's actually not going to end up doing that much. It will enable Tonkars to have a good angle, and he gets himself a triple kill. Looks like Zarya ends up killing herself to her own right click, and looks like the Roadhog's on the chase again as he's been tearing it apart. And he's going to hook one again and take him out immediately. Ice Wall, well, unfortunately, Mei doesn't do too much for you when you're trying to push and you're blocking yourself off from being able to do that. There is going to be an Earthshatter after a hook, though. Lucio does get hooked up, and that will prevent him from getting onto the cart, and that is going to be first round, guys. We're not going to need the stopwatch as it was a full hold. Good plays coming out of the side of Tears. I gotta say, they look like the favorite team right now, and they're going up against Gold Rush Diggers next if they go ahead and win. Of course, after this game, we'll go ahead and pull up the brackets for you guys so you guys can check it out yourself without having to do anything. I'm always lazy when I watch streams, so I tried to do some extra production value overnight to make it so you guys can be extra lazy and just enjoy the content. But yeah, we will be starting with best of threes today. So again, this is a best of three, guys. This isn't over after this map. Even if Tears is able to tear right through and take the map, that doesn't mean that they are going to automatically win the match. They do need to win 2 maps to be able to do that. And it looks like we are going to have a very interesting defense. It looks like Skygen really does like that Mei. I mean, again, Mei is one of those heroes right now where personally I don't feel like she's in a good spot. I feel like she's kind of weak. But at the same time, when you play her in the right maps with the right players, with the right skill on her, she can do a lot. Primarily when you think about the whole ability on 2 CPs, being able to truncate fights or subsection fights and say, hey, your Reinhardt has charged through, and so has maybe your Mercy or your Soldier, whatever, then we're just going to wall off the rest and take what we can, and then we're going to fight you guys in 2 different sections. But the problem with that is, of course, there's heroes like Genji, heroes like Hanzo, Pharah, and many other heroes that can go ahead and just leap over that, get over that wall, and not really care about it. But again, guys, there is no time to beat. Note, we all are, as you guys can see at the top of your screen, there is going to be that meter, 57.82. We're going to go ahead and fly around here. Defense, the side of Reme going to be running around. Again, guys, I apologize if I'm butchering that name. I am not French, so I can, unfortunately not, I assume that's French. I cannot speak it at all. The country, or the team is from France, but I cannot say that name at all properly, so I will just truncate it to make it easier and more stable. But here we go. Tears going to be on their offense as Burn's going to go over the top with that Pharah. And it looks like there's going to be Winston instead of a Reinhardt. And there's Skargard with that hook. Gim going to get a kill on Genji over to Monsieur. And then BRN able to take out the Bastion. And you know what, guys? This is probably just the end of the first match, as we're going to see a full team wipe come out. Team kill horn will get sounded. So, of course, the offense is going to be feeling really good for themselves. It's always nice to see that team kill scroll across your screen. I always feel good when that happens, personally. Audio cues, visual cues, letting you know that you have dominated the fight are something that are very rewarding to the individual. But we'll see what happens here. So VRN is going to take out another player as he takes out Monsieur. Looks like Mei is going to try to get out here, but does end up freezing up Maz, but doesn't end up doing much past that. And that's going to be the point, guys. We didn't expect much else out of that game, as it didn't look so fair or so even. Skarsgård looked amazing on his Roadhog. I'm definitely going to be highlighting him going into the next map. Yep, they will go ahead and choose the map. Pretty much everything. I believe the map pool should be slightly different. I haven't looked at the exact map pool. I should look at that to make sure that the teams do not pick maps that are not in the map pool, and I will do that right now. But of course, the rest of the rules, guys, will be the same. A total of a 4-minute match, as it only took them 48 seconds to go ahead and take it themselves. So the map pool. Alright, so this is going to be, of course, we're starting on Route 66. Teams will be able to choose now between Numbani, Temple Anubis, Ilios, Hollywood, and Nepal. All of those are matches available. So I'll go ahead and copy and paste that into the chat for the teams. So we'll see what they go ahead and choose. Should just do this now. I always forget to do this because like I never use general chat, and like when I'm not streaming I'm like, oh, whatever. There we go. Oh yeah, that's right, you can't leave general. God. Looks like we are going to be going to Ilios. Is there going to be their choice? So we are going to be a best of 5 over here. And again, it looks like Tears is the better team. But again, they're going to be going against Gold Rush Sugars. In my opinion, one of the top 32 teams for sure. They've been up and coming and playing well. Let me make sure it's BO5, right? Let me make sure. Because it is supposed to be a best of 5. Nope. Are you sure? I am not so convinced. But, yeah. Okay, sorry. Teams, players not doing what they're supposed to do. Yeah, trying to convey that best I can as quickly as I can. Missing critical terms. And I do need to update the titles, guys, as of course that is part of the production value. We did see Tears win the first match. Of course, Ilios will be our second map, and that's what we're going to be going next on over for the second map of this round of 128 action. And it's it definitely looks like a Tears show right now. I gotta say, the side of Rame looks decent in the sense that they have some coordination. They they comboed their ultimates together. There's obviously that communication in the background. The team's trying to work together and trying to do stuff as a unit. But at the same time, it doesn't look like they have that same individual caliber that the side of Tears seems to have right now. I just gotta say, Skarsgård looks like another player on this map that doesn't, or on Route 66, he just looked like another player above everyone else on the map. He was landing hooks so consistently, it was absolutely crazy, and it was amazing to watch. I like watching good Roadhog play. Of course, I come from a Dota background, and Pudge in that game is a very entertaining hero to watch when he's doing well. Just watching him hook players all around the map, taking them out one by one. And that's Roadhog. At the end of the day, he's going to find a hero. He's going to say, you're out of position, I'm going to hook you, I'm going to shoot you, and I'm going to kill you. And now you're going to be down a player on your team. 5v6, not fun to play. And that's what those kind of heroes really want to pull out of the game, is that ability to get extra kills that wouldn't have otherwise existed. And we are going to be into the match, guys. Looks like the teams are going to be the same. We're starting on the runes of the map. This is the one iteration where you will consistently, at least more consistently, see Widowmaker play in King of the Hill, of course, because you have this platform over to the left. You have these mini platforms over here, and of course, the landing over to the right. And you can even use that up there in the center where there is a large health packet down below that you can now see the center of your screen. But this is going to be runes, guys. This is going to be Ilios. This might be the last map of this match. We will see, and that is entirely in the hands of Rame, and see what they can play, see what they can do, and what skills they can bring to Ilios. Again, this is their map choice, so at the end of the day, when you're down 0-1 in a series and it's a best of 3, you're on lifeline, you best be picking your best map for the second map and not be hoping to get to the third map, because that's the only way to go about it. So this should be their best map. We're going to be seeing some rockets run out. Jack's not going to land in any on yet, as Gim was able to go under one. And it looks like he's going to be just into the back, where Gross already taking insane amounts of damage. In fact, he's just first to turn around, as they are going to be running a Reinhardt on King of the Hill. Personally, I don't agree with this, as Reinhardt has a lot of issues on King of the Hill, but we'll see how it works for them. Lelouch is going to be able to take out Mazzotti, as that's going to be a good kill for them. That's going to be a first kill for them in a while. Takars is going to be able to take out Skygen, and right now in the background, it's the Gim and Burn show right now, with Tonkar is going to be backing it up as well. It looks like he does play Soldier as well, but at the same time, it's a situation where his Lucio play seems to be very strong, getting multiple kills And that's just what happens when you're able to play a hit scan hero, DPS hero as well, and then you go back to your support play. Makes your support play that much stronger. Again, going to be able to use the rewind, survive that rocket. Jack's going to end up going down, and yeah, he is on fire as we're just following him around. He's tearing apart this team, and this is what you want your Tracer to do. Your Tracer is a constant pressure threat that is never allowing the enemy team to properly set up and to isolate and take out heroes that are not ready for it. As you can see, this Reinhardt doesn't have a teammate. He's in a bad position, and what hero punishes that best? Well, a Nat with 2 pistols doing a lot of damage. Jack's going to be flying over the top, trying to get this damage on to Tracer. Does land a direct, and that's going to help a lot, but not enough when there's no follow-up, and Tracer's just going to chase it out, dashing around, dodging the rockets, and it looks like good shots by Jax. He's going to be able to get it together and take out Gim, and that's going to give them an opening, as now they don't have to worry about that threat along the way, and maybe they can get set up on the point, but we'll find out in just a moment here, as their team needs to get something going here. Over the right side is going to be their initiation. They're going to be taking a lot of damage though, and it looks like far around, and actually there's the hook or a flashbang from Skyguard as he's going to be picking up a McCree now with the Deadeye. That's on a lot of heroes. It looks like the Barrage does take a few of those kills, but Burn and Gim, Skyguard with the triple kill by the end, and that's going to be the point taken back by them, but no goose egg for the side of Rame, as they are able to get some percent on the clock, but they do need to get something else going on this map if they want to be able to take it again, guys. They are on match point, they are on tournament point. They do have qualifier number 4 if they lose this best of 5 on this map, but they need to be doing something a little bit stronger here and definitely be stepping up, of course, the way that the previous map went. Left clicks going out onto this Reaper. Labucha going to be taking a lot of damage, and these shots land by Skyguard. Doesn't look like it is going to quite land, and now he's going to be going for the Pharah, landing some great shots, dropping her super low. That's Jax. Monsieur also super low, and right now looks like he's going to end up going down, and that's 1-for-1 trade. Resurrection is available for Brunks, as they are running a Mercy, whereas Train the Fly. That's interesting. As Mazzuti is going to be able to take out Jax. There is another kill before that as Mazzuti gets himself a double kill with that Graviton Surge. Skyguard, of course, going to be answering. Not surprised there, as May does end up going down in the midst of her Blizzard on the point. But that is going to be map, or iteration number 1 of Ilios. Runes going over to the side of Tears. And Ramelemouche, I guess, is how you would say it. But Rame, I'll just go with that because that's the truncated easy way. I'm glad that I actually ended up truncating that correctly. But we'll see what happens. Oh, this is just not looking good for Rame. I feel for him. Of course, that's just the nature of these tournaments. It's sign up for anyone, and if you guys wanted to sign up, I highly recommend it. Of course, the only way to get competitive experience is to play teams that are competitive and playing in tournaments, and to experience these kinds of losses. But there's always the opportunity to step up and make a difference for your team. Individuals have carried teams all the way to the finals of tournaments and other games. Online tournaments are nonetheless, and this is where individuals need to step up. And speaking of which, Skyguard going to get himself a kill, and Mazzuti going to be getting himself his 1. Skyguard ends up getting a double by the end. Gim, of course, going to be answering a Tomcar. Now it's just basically Skygen left. As he gets hooked, he is going to be able to pop the cryo freeze, but it's not. Sorry guys, players confused. Of course it is just supposed to be go, go, go on everything. If caster gets in, you know, unless it's pre-scripted, whatever, should be good to go. But just making sure that player understands to get their game match and started. If they are more confused, I will be telling them to talk to an admin and focusing on this match primarily. But it looks like so far, of course, not so surprised that the side of Tears is doing very well. Their setup is very strong. It looks like no one on the side of Rame has dealt with Tonkars here in this setup. This is incredibly powerful, as it's basically mirrored logic from the idea of Hollywood Point A on the cafe. Monsieur gonna go end up flying off the cliff, and it looks like that was a personal death, as of course there was no kill feed responsible for it. But again, the whole logic on Hollywood Point A with Soldier is that you have a second degree of verticality. You also have a lot of areas you can duck away. He has access to a health pack right below him, 2 to the left, lots of health, plus his biotic field, and it's so hard to be able to deal with that. And it looks like there's going to be a spawn camp initiated here from the side of Tears, as they're going to be going full greed here, as they're going to take out Labucha. He's going to end up falling. Eucalyptus is going to end up going down. No, ends up surviving. Gim was unable to hit the chain of shots, and there is a sound barrier off the back of the Resurrection. Can they win this fight? Looks like Rewind Rewine's going to come out from Gim. Needs to land. Oh, that pulse bomb! Triple kill? No, just a double kill, but it will be enough to go ahead and stall up a fair bit of this retake, as they're only going to have 5 heroes. And of course, Lucio now having to fight up against Gim here. Charge going to end up missing. I'm pretty sure Gim got more lucky than skill there, as he wasn't looking for the charge and could have been hit. But nonetheless, does end up surviving. Eucalyptus will end up going down. It looks like the Mei. And no, that was the Reinhardt's HP. Mei now just going to get whole hog cleaned up. Mizuti gonna go ahead and take him up at 90% to 0% here, as the team of Tears is looking very strong. He seems to be drinking the tears of their opponents. 97%, 98, 99, and Junkrat may try to proc over time, but he's not a very mobile hero, and it's going to take him a little while to go ahead and get over there, and that's going to be 2-0 over here for the side of Tears, guys, and we're just starting again for the Atlantic Showdown. This is just the beginning of it. I don't know. I don't know. Unfortunately, I don't speak Russian. And you can't copy and paste from chat, so I couldn't even throw that into Google Translate if I wanted to. Blizzard, please fix. Blizzard, please give me copy and paste from chat. That would be amazing. But here we go. Game number, or iteration number 3 of Ilios. Technically map number 3. This will be the well. The reason why most teams in the top scene tend to hate this map is, of course, the giant well in the center. It gives for a large amount of RNG to be able to be hooked, bopped off, whatever it is. It's just not based upon your ability to aim and outplay individuals, but at the same time, maps, the mechanics of maps are definitely in some ways argued a mechanic and an important skill to be able to master and using and being able to exploit. But Eucalyptus is going to be taking a lot of damage as Masur, his teammate, did end up going down, but they did get a kill before that. I say that, and then Skyguard and BRN are going to go ahead and chase down those members, get themselves a double kill, and that's going to be pretty much most of the offensive teeth removed here from the side of Rame, as they don't have any capability to win the next fight. Oh, that's actually a lot of damage onto Fair, and it looks like Jax will end up going down to Gim's pistols there, and that's going to be a bad situation here for the side of Rame, as they aren't going to win the first fight, and they're going to be in the same situation they have been for the last 2 maps. Low on ultimate, fighting it against the side that's already in control, fighting it in small packets of resistance, and I really would like to see them back up. It seems like the emotions or the situation is getting to them a little too much. They're starting to run in 1 by 1, and they're starting to play more like a group of individuals rather than a team of coherent teammates or whatever. And so I'd like to see them back up, take a deep breath, just go for it at the end of the day. If they waste 10% to figure out what they're going to do together, that's fine. At the end of the day, you need to be executing together, and if you never get any percent, it's irrelevant how you ended up playing it right now. But more members running in, as of course Butcher and Jax are dead right now, and as you can see, Skarsgård apparently has a very, very wide palette of hero range. Not only starting the game dominating, the series dominating with his Roadhog, and then playing McCree after that, even getting some Reaper play in, and now on a Genji. Definitely a strong player, as he is going to get freezed up potentially, but Brunks is the one who's actually taking a lot of that. Looks like actually in the end, Tonkars is going to be able to bop off Jackson, 67%. There will be overtime tick, not sure who that was, but it looks like it was Lucio, as he ends up going down, and there's going to be an Earthshatter coming out here from the side of LeBrook, because he's just going to go for it. Ends up going down, though, is not going to do much alone as a Roadhog against, or sorry, as a Reinhardt against a army of individuals on a point. And that is going to be the first point taken here, as it looks like they are going to go ahead and lose it. Or not lose it, sorry, that is going to be the map taken here. They don't have much possibility to fight this out. Oh, Mass Duty ends up falling off to the side of Eucalyptus. Good bop by him. Maybe that's the beginning of me eating my words here, as the side of Rame tries to fight it out. 1 person on the point. Monsieur over here on his Junkrat going to do what he can, but the blade going out. Gim going to getting himself a double kill. Monsieur does end up taking out Skyguard, but will end up falling down that well to his death, and that is going to be the game, guys. We are going to see a 2-0 over to the sides of Tears, as they are able to take the series. We'll go ahead and see the play of the game, and it is going to be Skarsgård on that McCree. Of course, like I said, this guy, player to watch out in the next matches. We will be following these guys into Gold Rush Diggers for just stability of matches, quick matches, right back to back. Easy for you guys to continue to spectate, and all around beneficial for everyone. But we'll see what's going to happen here, guys, as of course that is going to be a 2-0 over for the side. 75% elimination, kill participation for the side of Skarsgård. Only 40 elims, but at the end of the day, When you're part of 75% of the kills, guys, that's exactly what you want to be seeing from your teammates. So we will be seeing, I need to see who is the lobby leader, of course. I will be getting into the next map. Gold Rush Diggers will be taking on the winner of this, which of course is now, as you guys saw, the side of Tiers. So now I'm going to go ahead and pull up the bracket here and get this all set up for you guys so I can get into the next match and such and give you guys a quick bracket talk of what's going on. But let me see if I know that I have. I swear that I added this a while ago. Let me just make sure I have the players, guys, and this is all squared away. Yeah, and it looks like, okay. If this is that Izzy, then we are good to go. Okay, cool. So, team captain, we'll be adding that player. And then again, guys, we'll be getting into the next match. Let me see if everyone should be leaving this lobby. And I will be getting you guys into the next match any moment now, but we're going to go ahead and attempt this production here for a moment while we talk about what's going on. Bear with me here, as this will be first time doing this on my stream. So, if I did this correctly, I should be able to just click this button and pull up the draft for you guys and click this button. And then you guys are all good to go. So we are going to be getting into the next match here in a moment. As you can see the bracket in front of you. Go ahead and refresh it one more time to make sure we are updated. It looks like Basit and Esports Kings versus Local Men are still playing it out. They will be playing against Overwatch Kings. Of course, we're over here down towards the bottom portion of the bracket where we will be seeing the side of Gold Rush Diggers take on the side of Tiers, as Tiers will be advancing over 2-0. It looks like in this bracket there are again some big teams, as we do have the side of Gamers Origin right above them. One of the top French teams right now. Below is going to be Team Era and other team. That could be a very interesting match. Hopefully we get into that one. We'll see if somebody else is going to be covering that. Of course, down here in the bottom, still Deathmatch Gang, guys. If you weren't watching yesterday in the ESL Go 4 Cup number 7, Deathmatch Gang was able to take it in the finals, but they absolutely crushed their competition. It did not look fair, and the teams that ended up making it up the other side of the bracket ended up taking out Northern Gaming Blue, so it was a very exciting day in that respect. Lots of upsets. AOEXE was one of the teams that absolutely blew my mind. Of course, Click Effect was another one. They were the ones that were able to upset Northern Gaming Blue, so we'll be checking out for Click Effect later on in the match. They'll be right here, and it looks like they have a pretty comfortable bracket down at the bottom. They might be taking on Exequio Overwatch, is probably what I would guess here in the round of 16 to be able to book their spot into the. All right, let me see if it looks like that'll be their match. So, or that'll to get to the round of 16. But yeah, guys, we'll be figuring it out where we're going here next. As of course, I do need to close this down to be able to continue to check on stuff. Actually, I can leave this up, I believe. Is once I have. Sorry, guys, player messaging me. Alright, sorry guys. Player just keeps bugging me for what needs to be going on, but of course I'm not an admin, so I don't know exactly what they need to be doing, and I keep telling him the same thing over and over again, ask an admin. So hopefully that gets resolved up, but we will be getting, hopefully, into the next match again. It will be Gamers Origin versus the side of, or not Gamers Origin, I apologize, Gold Rush Diggers taking on the side of Tiers. So it should be an interesting match again. Gold Rush Diggers is one of those teams that I've seen quite a bit of lately. And they've been playing very well. If they move on, of course, in this bracket, they'll be the winner of this will most likely be taking on Gamers Origin, guys. They're a very strong French team, like I said. Should be an exciting match in that respect. And I imagine that I forgot that I had the webcam up and I forgot that I had this page up. But I imagine that would be Gamers Origin. And then for the 16 there, most likely I want to have hope for Gold Rush Diggers and Tears because I just watched them. They're both French teams as well, but Gamers Origin is just by and far right now the best French team, and they most likely will be playing Pretz in the round of 16. So that's pretty much most of the bracket talk that I'm going to be doing right now, guys. Of course, now I'm going to be stepping up over into break screen so I can get some water, get some drinks, run to the bathroom, etc., and get ready into the next match. But I will be using this this setup again. Just wanted to get figured out using it and stuff because of course this is the first time setting up both a bracket webcam setup on my own stream and such. So again, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. You are watching the Atlantic Showdown Qualifier number 3. I want to say thank you so much for all your viewership. We'll be getting into the next match here in just a moment as we are going to be going into Tears versus Gold Rush Diggers. Winner of that will be moving on into the round of 32, and this should be a pretty exciting match. Of course, we saw Tears absolutely tear apart Rame, and Gold Rush Diggers has been a good team in the brackets, so they should be playing very well. If you guys are interested in more information, all you guys got to do is go ahead and follow the side of oh, it's not on this page. Follow at ESL Overwatch as well as at Play Overwatch. I don't know why it's not on this graphic. It should be there, and I will update this title as well. But we will be watching the sides of Gold Rush Diggers versus Tears. You guys can follow both of those there, as well as if you guys enjoy my casting, you guys like what you're watching, then you can go ahead and follow me on Twitter at RaptorZOW. That's also available down on the stream below. All of the stuff, minus the at Play Overwatch and at ESL Overwatch, is available down below. Just to click, as you guys can find those there. But all VODs, of course, like I said, are available as well down below, so you guys can find that all there. And anything that you guys need, do let me know in chat. Any suggestions, thoughts, feedback, I will do everything I can to continue to make the production the best I can. But again, guys, thank you so much for your viewership. Thank you so much for tuning in, as we are going to be getting into the next match for the round of 64 any moment now between the side of Gold Rush Diggers versus Tears, winner moving on into the round of 32. I am RaptorZ, this is the Atlantic Showdown, and thank you so much for your viewership. We'll be getting into the next match soon.